What if it's too dangerous to leave the United States and live abroad for good? What if it's too dangerous? A lot of things to think about. What if you move somewhere and someone else invades? What if? What if you need to be a millionaire and really wealthy? These are things you might be thinking about. What if you need to be really wealthy to move abroad? What if you need to have $100,000 in the bank? What if it's bad for your health? What if there are toxins and the food's bad? What if you move somewhere where you can't drink the water? What if? Big what if. VP. Fresh. What if you can't speak the language? What if it's too hard to learn? What if you can't communicate with the locals somewhere? What about money? Again, what about making money? What about jobs? Are there jobs in the new country you want to move to? Yeah, what about income? What if things are interdependent, like connected to each other? Money to healthcare, healthcare to the food. What if there's food you don't like? What if there's food you can't get? You're used to a certain diet, used to certain things in the United States that maybe aren't accessible in a new country. Krispy Kreme, ice cream, brand of pizza, brand of drink. What about entertainment? Are there movie theaters abroad outside of the United States? What about Wi-Fi and connectivity? Do other countries have Wi-Fi? What if there's no Wi-Fi? Do other countries have skating rinks and laser tag? What will my kids do if you have children? Like school and activities. Are there schools, preschools, high schools, universities outside of the United States? What kind of car will I drive? What side of the road do they drive on? Can I get a driver's license? Do they have cars outside of the United States? Do they have certain models of cars outside of the United States? Things to think about. What if? Dating. Do they like Americans in other countries? Will they like me in another country? Whoever you are. Yeah, will they like me? Will they accept me? Will they be threatened by me? What about scams? Will I be scammed? Are there honest people outside of the United States? Are there trustworthy people? Can I find love outside of the United States? Can I find family, community? What about crime, violence? Isn't the United States the most trustworthy and honest government in the world? Are there other governments that are honest? Aren't other governments, there can't be, aren't other governments the most corrupt? Wherever, throughout the world, right? Isn't that what we were taught? Where will I live? Do they have suburbs in other countries outside of the United States? Do they have apartments? Is the rent fair and affordable in other countries? Again, will I be safe walking at night in another country? It's a big world, a lot of countries out there. Aren't there wild animals loose in other countries? Isn't the United States the safest country in the world? Where no animals can get you? Where there's no violence? Is it safe? What if it's not safe? What if I get sick? What if I need special medication? What do I do outside of the United States? What if there's instability somewhere? Again, isn't the United States the safest place? Is anywhere else safer than the United States? What if it's too dangerous? Do I have to close my banks? What if I can't get money living abroad from my bank? What if I can't do that? Can I take out money? What if they don't use USD? What if I don't know about digital assets? Can I get work? Again, that comes up a lot. Good questions. Can I work? Can I be an entrepreneur? What if I'm not good at business? What if I need a job? What if I need school and higher education? What if? And there's an infinite number of questions like these. What if it's too dangerous to leave the United States and move abroad? What if it's too dangerous outside of America? What if I've lived in America my whole life? Everyone I've ever known, friends, family, bosses, even people I didn't like. What if I can't make it outside of the United States, even though I really, really want to move? I think of things people say. They know that they really, really want to move. Take a look at this video, this next clip, and I'll be right back.
We are diving into something really cool today. We're talking about relocating abroad.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, actually picking up and moving to a whole new country and building a new life there.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty intense, right? Well, we're going to break it all down with this organization called AwakenWithMark, AWM for short.
Okay.
They are all about helping people make this dream a reality.
Cool.
So what I found really interesting about them is that they're not just like some company giving advice from, some office building somewhere.
Yeah.
This is a family.
Oh, wow.
Who actually did this themselves.
Like a whole family.
Yeah. They uprooted their lives, went to a completely new country, built a whole new life, a new business, and they actually thrived.
That's impressive.
It is. And now they want to help other people do the same thing.
That's awesome.
So they call themselves kind of like a one-stop shop for everything you need to know about relocating abroad.
Okay, so what does that actually look like? What do they offer?
Well, they've got a whole bunch of resources. I think one of the things that stands out the most is healthcare abroad, which could be
it's a big one.
A huge concern, right?
Absolutely.
Figuring out insurance.
Yes.
Finding doctors, understanding medical bills in a different language.
I mean, that's huge.
They actually have like a whole guide on that. They really try to break down those barriers that people might have.
It's like those are the things that keep people from doing these things, It's
exactly.
Like the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
How do I navigate healthcare? How do I, just even basic things.
it can be so overwhelming to think about.
Exactly.
And they've got all these resources laid out for you.
That's awesome.
But, relocating is not just about the logistics. It's a big emotional shift too, right?
Absolutely.
You're leaving behind your friends, your family, your support system.
Comfort zone.
Your comfort zone, everything you know.
Right.
And starting fresh in a new place.
It can be scary.
It can be really scary.
Yeah.
So how does Awaken with Mark address that side of things?
Well, that's where I think their personal development program is really cool.
Oh,
they have a whole module
Okay.
focused on cultural integration.
So like learning about the local customs.
Yeah, exactly. Like how to, not accidentally offend somebody.
Yeah.
Right? Like basic etiquette, learning about the culture, the history of the place. And I think they even help you connect with other expats who are already living there.
Oh, that's smart.
So you can kind of build that community.
Yeah, so you don't feel so alone.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people listening, this is amazing. Like, I'd love to do this. They even have specific resources for retirees.
Oh, wow.
Who are looking to, maybe stretch their nest egg a little further in a country with a lower cost of living.
Smart.
They really cater to a wide range of people.
That's really cool.
It is.
So if somebody is listening to this right now and they're like, okay, this sounds amazing, but I don't know where to start, what's their first step?
I would say YouTube channel at Awaken with Mark.
Okay.
Where they share even more content. So really, they're trying to make this whole process less scary and more accessible.
Yeah, it seems like they've thought of everything to make it less intimidating.
And show people that this is not just a crazy dream. Like, this is something you can actually do.
It's achievable.
It is achievable if you have the right support, the right guidance.
That's really empowering.
It is empowering.
To know that, you don't have to figure it all out on your own.
Absolutely.
There are people out there who can help you.
Yeah. So I want to leave everyone with this thought. Imagine yourself for a second in a new country, experiencing a totally different culture, living a life that maybe you've always dreamed of.
Yeah.
What would that look like? What would that feel like for you?
I love that.
And maybe Awaken with Mark is the key to unlocking that dream.
So if you like that, and if you've always wanted to learn, how do I move abroad permanently? In the descriptions of this video, linked in the corners of this video, I've linked you to resources we've created. For example, the upcoming Expat Lifestyle video webinar, where we discuss the 3 steps that have helped us sustain living abroad permanently: healthy mindset, financial literacy, and effective research, both online and with experts in person, people who have been doing this just a little bit longer than us. Those areas: mindset, finance, and research. Link to that upcoming webinar is in the description box of this video. Other links include our evergreen or timeless consultations. We've consulted with a lot of different people: single people, families, retired couples, regular couples, whatever, single people. We've consulted with a lot of people interested in moving abroad who didn't know where to start, who felt overwhelmed and just needed someone who was just a little bit ahead of them to say, don't do this, do that. Learn from our mistakes, so on and so forth. So you'll find links to those consultations. They're always available. I've included those in the description box so that you can find those and see if they're the right fit for you. Other resources I've linked include our ebooks that you can download to your smartphone, your tablet, that also outline the same information for my bookworms out there who, again, want to see what mistakes did they make and how can I avoid them. Well, we share all of the mistakes that we've made so far, that we've learned from, and we've put them, in addition to these videos, we've put them in these ebooks. I've linked those for you, so that you can always refresh them and just have them instead of always watching a video, unless that's really what you like to do. Again, my bookworm people will really like that. I've included links to those. I've included links to our YouTube members only videos for behind the scenes, where we talk about things that we can't talk about on the public channel, but they're still very beneficial to you, about Again, managing finances, dealing with culture shock in the different places we've lived around the world. We just don't want you to be alone, and we don't want you to feel like you're alone anymore. If you've said you really want to live abroad, you want to learn how to move abroad, but you're overwhelmed. Well, we've learned how to organize things, and we are sharing them with you guys. We've helped people scout countries and move to places like El Salvador, Mauritius, like Botswana, and many other places. They just didn't feel overwhelmed and afraid anymore. They didn't feel like it was too dangerous to leave the United States. They once did, and then their minds changed because they weren't alone anymore. And they were so grateful for access to people like us. We don't have all of the answers, but we have the answers that have worked for us to help you progress outside of the United States to the dream location or locations that you'd like to go to, so that you can make the most effective decisions and thrive abroad and enjoy your life, because that's what it's all about. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Check out the links in the description box of this video for exclusive members-only videos, for consultations, for consultations, and of course for our upcoming expat lifestyle webinar. That's linked in the description so you don't feel alone, don't feel overwhelmed, don't feel like it's too dangerous, and you have some friends you can work with to make this thing happen. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Be blessed.